How's it going, everybody? Welcome to SPX 2023. My name is Joe.
I'm Rusty.
And with us today,
BluRaven Houvener, writer, creator, and illustrator behind BCH Comics.
Hot
Fantastic.
Dog.
Look at that.
How are you doing today?
Not too bad. This is my first time away from my table, and my first time ever at SPX. So
Wow, congratulations.
I'm loving it so far, and I love how the convention does stuff like this to, get us, knowing each other well.
Sure, yeah.
And out there beyond just the room, because not everybody can be here this weekend.
Exactly.
That's true. And plus, I've barred so many people.
Yeah.
They are not welcome. They know why. This is their only entry point to this community.
You're lucky you get to watch this. Okay?
Oh, you are so lucky.
I hope I don't make that list.
It's not off to a good start, I'll be honest with you.
No!
All right.
50-50, but we'll see.
So this is your first time at SPX, but how long have you been making your comic?
Well, I started BCH Comics officially in 2019. Just kind of an off-the-wall idea. I was like, you know what? I have this comic drawn. I'm just going to print off some zines, hand them out, and stuff like that. At that point, I'd been doing my webcomic, It's Just Another Day, for 9 years, and it had just reached its completion. And I was like, you know what? I'll give this a shot. And it was amazing what difference it made, giving people something physical, as opposed to giving them a URL. Because at that point, if you're giving them a URL, you're giving them work. They have to really be hanging on your board.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of like giving somebody a business card. They got to remember that you gave it to them.
Yeah.
They got to follow up on it later.
Exactly.
And so, was it the same type of stories that you were telling between the two mediums, or were you trying something new?
Absolutely. Most of my work is slice of life, autobiographical, that kind of thing. And so I continued. I started It's Just Another Day again from scratch with more detail, better art, that kind of thing. And I've continued on with that. I have a special edition of issue 3 premiering at my table right now, and then I have my ongoing webcomic, The Year of Reflection, which is a sequel to It's Just Another Day, ongoing as we speak.
Nice.
What inspires you to, I guess, start making comics, but also this type of comic? What was it? What interested you?
It was funny because, like most people, grew up reading superhero comics and stuff like that, a whole lot of Marvel and DC. But then, just randomly I got into Archie comics because, they're always at the front.
That's how I got in.
Yep.
Absolutely.
They're always at the front register at the grocery store. So I was like, I'll grab a digest and stuff like that. And I loved the improbable realism of them, because the stuff in Archie comics could happen, but odds are it wouldn't.
Very unlikely.
It's a broad leap from reality.
Exactly.
But it's a leap it's only a leap,
Right. And then from there, I saw the movie Ghost World, based off the Daniel Close comic and stuff like that, and it's just opened me up to a whole new world of comics, and I've been hooked ever since.
That's amazing.
And I love doing, because there's no better inspiration than day-to-day life. I mean,
oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in it anyway. So,
right.
Yeah.
So the comic is about you?
Yep.
And it's about the things that happen.
Yep, it's a pseudo self-insert and stuff like that.
Nice.
But without the self-insert trappings that self-insert comics are known for. My character's not perfect. I'm not good at everything.
You're not impossibly handsome and strong?
No, I've got terrible love life. Life sucks for them. And I have no problem. Stating those flaws.
Is there anything you've improved? Like in the comic, I'm amazing at arm wrestling, or in the comic, I can flip a quarter like nobody's business.
I'm more outspoken in the comic with less repercussions. That's the only thing that.
I mean, it's such a low scale but very powerful improvement.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that something
it's like no one's going to think about that. They're going to think like, oh, I wish I was an inch taller or whatever. And you're like, no. What I wish is I talked more shit and people accepted it.
Yeah. Right.
It was just a little smoother.
Yeah. I wish they wanted to bow a little bit more before my presence. Has there been anything that you didn't expect you'd relay in your comic story? Almost like you kind of forgot it happened to you and you're like, oh, suddenly I feel like this would be a good story for the comic?
A lot of times, little things that I did originally as just a one-pager or a little short or something like that, I was like, that deserves to be expounded on. So, for example, in later issues, Jake has a vest on it that was a hand-me-down from his father. It says "Take a Fish" on it, and there's an elaborate story behind that. I just did that as a couple-page thing in between chapters and stuff like that, but I made a whole zine out of it because it is fun and it incorporates the Young Saint Nick comics I also do, which are based off of my father in real life, but he's also a character in the comics as well.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It's a good way to tie the different series together and everything,
Yeah, and I've been loving doing that lately.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would also kind of broaden the story you can tell.
Exactly.
You know, you don't have to put it in the front of the story that there's this other tale or other thing that connects to it. But it is nice to kind of build a thicker, broader tale between, like a bigger world.
And I love doing stuff like that too, especially for the avid readers of my comics and stuff like that, because they're the ones where it's like, oh hey,
That's
wait, they're connecting all this stuff together. So far, I have a side comic called The Greenland Rider, based off of one of my father's songs, the same name. And I've had one person put together who the Greenland Rider's secret identity is.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, all right, okay, very cool.
How satisfying was it when somebody figured it out?
Oh, extremely.
I can only
Because not only did they care to figure it out, they figured it out.
Right, they hit the nail right on the head.
So your dad sings?
Yeah, he was a musician, like surrealist painter, poet, all that stuff.
Wow.
Yep.
So yeah, the creativity genes like flowed on through.
Exactly, with the exception of the music. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, nor can I play any instruments.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, there are also things where you're like, you know what? There are people that do that.
That one's not for me, guys.
Exactly.
Dad's got that covered. That's fine.
That's pretty cool. So I guess you guys came into this world of comics almost naturally because it was an extension of these things that were around.
Pretty much, yeah. And plus, growing up around indie artists and stuff like that, it set me up perfectly for, this life.
So you have, how many tales are you currently telling?
Well, I have my It's Just Another Day series. I have the Year of Reflection series. I have the Greenland Rider series. I've started recently working with Vlasinda Productions, releasing a series entitled The WERETIGER. And all of these are actually connected in the same universe. So.
All right, so I got to know more about the WERETIGER. What the hell is the WERETIGER? Is it a person that becomes a tiger at night or something like that?
More or less. He can control it, though.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Wow. What's he do with it? What's he do with his tigerness? What's he do with it?
Well, he's very powerful, so usually he fights like other cryptids and stuff like that. People with abilities and stuff like looking to do other people harm.
Are there other creatures?
There's werewolves. Like in a couple of the issues I've done so far, he's fought werewolves and stuff like that. And in fact, one of the quotes I used in the comic was, "When a tiger fights a wolf, the tiger usually wins."
Oh man, usually. Yeah. You never know. On Thursdays it could happen.
Right.
Oh my goodness! What a tiger! Out of all the beasts in the world, you're like a tiger.
Well, it's actually based off of a myth from India about a guy who, because there's different were creatures all over the world.
Yeah,
there's were tigers, werewolves, werebears.
Well, what other ones are there? Because I want to know more. What do you know about this? Tell me more.
You're like, I'm fascinated by the
I want to know what other animals people can turn into.
God, I think I've heard stories of like were-pandas, which
that's amazing.
But at the same time, doesn't sound that menacing because pandas are usually kind of lazy. We just turn and kind of like sloth around.
Yeah, imagine if that was your thing and you're like, that dude's a goddamn tiger,
right?
And I'm sitting over here eating bamboo.
You turn into it like, and then you
it's like, I'm just tired. Guys, I'm not into this.
Right.
So they do battle, you say?
Yes.
Do they schedule this ahead of time?
No. It's a there in the moment kind of situation.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Very, very informal.
What if I showed up as the WERETIGER? I'm ready to kick some ass, but that actually isn't a cryptid, and I'm ready to fight a dude, and I don't know he can't turn into something. What's gonna happen?
Was the person intending to do harm?
Oh yeah, they had 3 knives.
Oh, okay, then it'd still be a wrap.
But they're also a chef.
But they're also a chef?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
now you're like...
Well, fortunately, the character is very...
Sorry, a cannibal chef.
It's like each thing that comes out,
he takes in the situation before he acts.
Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad WERETIGER is responsible.
Yes.
He's going to cover all the bases. Like,
There's all these notes.
Before
he's a chef.
Before I
but
mold
I believe
this
his meat is human. I think I should take action.
Yeah.
So how does he control his transformations?
Yep. He and that's the thing. He laid dormant because originally he was a fighter jet in World War II, but he was abducted by aliens, and that's how this was done to him and stuff like that.
Oh.
And when he got back to Earth, he just kind of laid dormant for a while.
Sure.
And then I'm not going to give too many spoilers away yet because I've got the storyline set up.
You have a lot of stuff to spill. I don't want you to.
Right.
Because you have it so planned out, it would be easy to accidentally say something.
Right.
Yeah.
But he is going to team up with the Greenland Rider at one point too, and I've already teased that. So.
And one person knows who that is.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. That's pretty great. So if people wanted to find out more about your comics, all the various ones you have, Where can they go on the internet?
The easiest place to go would be my website, bchcomics.com. And then on there, I have links to all my other social mediums. And of course, on those, when I have new stuff coming out or stuff planned, I always post about that. So it's very
Excellent.
easy to keep abreast of what's going on.
That's good, because you don't want to make it hard for people.
No, definitely not.
Bring them on in.
Now, before we let you go, would you like to answer a mystery question?
I definitely would.
Let's bring in the machine in! And of course, along with the machine,
right.
there is, of course, the big quarter truck.
Right. Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so if you open up the back hatch, there will be a quarter for you, and with that, you can purchase your question.
Okay.
Time to go home, the big quarter truck.
You've done a good job, quarter truck.
Oh, it almost
There we go.
That was
Get that out of
exciting.
your way.
Perfect.
They can be difficult.
So it's like a fortune cookie. Do I add in bed to the end of it, or
I mean,
No, I mean, let's read it first.
yeah, let's find out.
cloak or cape? You want a collar with that? Huh. That's a toss-up because both have their merits.
Sure.
Honestly, if I had the choice, I would do like a middle ground, maybe like a long scarf.
Whoa.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, because it's thinner, so if it does get stuck at something, thinking like the
This almost
Incredibles,
feels like the
capes,
version of you that's in the comic, where
Right.
you're pushing it back against the paradigm we presented with you.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're being more outspoken about it.
Like, put
you're
your
like,
cape,
these are my
scarf.
two choices? Let me think. I have a third, actually.
But yeah, I would definitely do a scarf because if it got caught on something, I could cut it, if I
Like
needed
that.
to, that kind of thing. But if I have to choose what's on here, I'd probably say cloak, especially if it's hooded,
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
because that just across the board
And
adds
if it
to
rains, you
yep,
get protected.
absolutely, and it adds to presence as well. It's like, oh,
Which
yeah,
of these
who's
would be
intimidating.
least or most advantageous if you were fighting a cryptid?
I would say probably the cape, because at least the cloak could have sleeves.
Yeah, that's true.
Or stuff like more binding it to you
Yeah.
than a cape that's just kind of flowing.
Just flowing right off.
Yeah.
Like, if you say cape, I think like, Superman, Batman,
Yeah,
that
of
kind
course.
of thing, where it's just kind of flowing there.
Yeah, it's going to get caught in the door.
Or
Exactly,
somebody
without
can
fail.
grab it.
Then
yeah.
you're going to
Oh,
lose.
yeah.
You're going to lose a foot.
Well, because even in like Batman versus Superman, like there was a part where somebody grabbed his cape and like
Yeah.
pulled him to the ground,
It's like, get off your high horse, buddy. Why you got to advertise so much?
Right.
Yeah, come on.
You just want to look pretty when you're flying. Come on.
Get down to business.
Yeah, get down to
Right.
brass tacks.
Oh
buddy.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sitting with us.
Thank you
this
for
is
having
great.
me. This has been an honor.
I hope you have a great rest of the SPX.
I appreciate it. Thank you very
And
much.
If you could tell everybody I said hi.
Tell everyone you said hi.
please.
I will absolutely.
Thank you
I'll
so
pass the
much.
word around.
Just
I appreciate it.
Make the circuit.
Thank you.